They called me aggressive and hinted I was stressed from work because I wouldn't let my 4-year-old nephew blow out my 1-year-old son as birthday candle. A week later, the family group chat fractured, and I realized I wasn't the only one tired of the Little Prince show. My wife's family is our entire social circle, Sunday grills, every holiday it's constant. And her nephew, Jax, has been the center of the universe since he could crawl. If there's a cake in the room, someone finds a match and lets him help. Last Thanksgiving, they literally sang happy birthday to him over a pumpkin pie. Looking back, it wasn't cute. It was a cult of personality. So for my son's first birthday, I kept it tight. High chair, 1 balloons, my dad on FaceTime. I looked at my wife and said, when the cake comes out, don't let Jack swoop in. Just once, let this be our kid's moment. She nodded. I'm with you. Cake time. Cameras were out. My son was reaching for the blue frosting. Jax marched over like he was the guest of honor, dragging a heavy wooden chair across the floor with a screech that set my nerves on edge. I waited for my mother-in-law or my brother-in-law to grab him. Nobody moved. They just beamed. Then it went into slow motion. Jax leaned in, lungs full of air. I stepped in, scooped him up firmly but gently, and handed him back to his dad. I said, not this time. Buddy, birthday boy only. The scream that left Jax's mouth sliced through the room. My mother-in-law winced like I'd kicked the puppy. Everyone stared at me like I was the villain. My brother-in-law snapped. He just wants to be part of the fun, Leo, my mill added. Can't we just sin? You're making this awkward. I didn't budge. We're singing. He's just not. Blowing out the candle, we sang while they took him outside to cool off. My son clapped, smeared frosting on his forehead, and looked genuinely happy. That was the moment I realized I'd been bracing myself for months. Waiting for someone else's kid to hijack my son's milestones after the party? Total ghosting for days later. My brother-in-law texted, Jax is still confused. You could have let him blow it out after your son. Not everyone is used to their kids being sidelined. Hope that helps. I wondered if he actually believed that garbage. My mill called my wife next, demanding I apologize because my boundary felt cold. A few days later, I ran into my brother-in-law at the hardware store. He tried to play the big man card, telling me he was doing damage control. When I asked what the real issue was, he shrugged. It's just weird how threatened you are by a toddler, Leo. I looked him dead in the eye. Your son isn't the problem, you are. I walked away. My wife convinced me to go to Sunday dinner to keep the peace. The atmosphere was plastic fake smiles and sharp comments. My brother-in-law wouldn't even pack.